What do you mean I'm not hosting it this week? I was too fast and loose. What does that even mean? It's an online quiz. I'm supposed to be fast and loose. But you still want me to introduce it as well? Unbelievable. Back to playing second fiddle. Again. Anyway, back after a week off. Much needed if you ask me. Providing a steady hand on the tiller, and apparently he's still vivacious. It's Stephen Fielding. Return to host the Mottram CC live quiz once again.
Is it, is it just me, or does that photo look like a little bit of an obituary at the end? Dear, oh dear, Stephen. Welcome, Stephen, in the back end. I can hear myself in the earphones, my friend. You just turn that off for me? I can hear myself in the earphones for sure. And I'm not going to start under these conditions. Okay, we're going to carry on regardless. Okay, good evening, sports fans. So I'm going to take these out and go. I'm going to go freestyle. So, good evening, sports fans. Here we go. First and foremost, hope this finds everybody well. I know that these are difficult times for everybody. And a 3-week extension to the lockdown, which is certainly not ideal. It looks like it's going to go on for a little bit longer than that. But I suppose what's important at this stage is that everybody's keeping well and in good health. So, as per usual, a little bit of a toast to good health to start. There we go, the Coors Light. Coors Light this week, phenomenal value in an Asda. Three boxes of 12, just for the small price of £20. There are other lagers available, of course, but I can advise this, super oozing. So, we're back with the 4th virtual quiz. I just want to start with a few thank yous before we kick off tonight. So first and foremost, thanks to Mike for last week. Thanks, Mike. Absolutely superb job. A little bit fast between the rounds for me. I was spectating. Just a little bit quick on the draw for me, Mike. But other than that, an absolutely stunning job. Really holding the fort well. So thank you very much for that. Welcome back to Ollie Andrew, who's back from his exodus down under, or his little adventure down in Australia. Flew in this morning. I'm not quite sure whether there's any COVID testing on the way in, Oliver, but good to have you back nonetheless. Welcome back. Great to have you back on UK soil. Another thank you for the continued support of you lot who keep tuning in every week, and for the kind ones amongst you who continue to donate so generously. I've been quite amazed by how generous some of the donations have been, and they are making a fantastic difference to our people. So I do thank you tremendously for that. We're going to kick off in a moment. A slight change to the format this weekend, folks. We're not going to have a picture round to start. We're going straight into general knowledge round 1. Round 2, we're going to do our pick and mix, and then we're going to conclude after the break with a sort of a tribute to the drama that was on television this week called Quiz. So we're going to try and replicate a bit of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's really not very complicated. I'll explain when we get there rather than burning up a lot of time now. But yes, we will get there, and the production value on it is sensational. So thank you for all his work and all his efforts getting that together. So, Steve, if you're there in the back end, because I can't quite, I can hear myself again here, so we're not doing that. Steve, if you can get the form up so we can just show everybody how to register in case they don't know. So for anybody who's not played before, if you just need to go online, Google, and then stick the Mottram Cricket Club webpage in. It comes. And then as you scroll down here, you'll see link to the team registration. Just register your team name. And then in a moment, once we kick off, the link to the round 1 answers sorry, the round one questions will appear. Certainly not giving out the answers at this stage. So I assume everybody's registered and ready to go. Let me just put these back in a moment. Beachy, have the answer sheets for round one gone live? Oh, I'm being told. Does that work, Beachy? Can you still hear me on the other end? Okay, I think we've solved the problem. I think we've solved the problem, ladies and gentlemen, which is absolutely excellent. So, are we ready for round one, Beaches? Everybody, are we live with the answer, also the answer pages? Okay, quiz fans, if you get on there, round one is now live on the website. If you want to click on, you can get your answer sheet for round number one. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will kick off general knowledge with the first question of tonight's quiz. Richard, are you ready, Stephen? I bloody well hope so. So the first question on tonight's quiz, Port Jackson Bay is found off the coast of which city? So that's question number one. Port Jackson Bay is found off the coast of which city? I can hear you. It's interesting, Beach. I can hear you in the back end there, but I can't quite hear Steve. Steve's very quiet. Technical issues, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologise in the back end, but don't worry. The professional as ever will continue to host up front without a glitch. Question number two on tonight's quiz. By law, how many full years does Scotch whisky have to be matured in a cask for? So that's question number two. By law, how many full years does Scotch whisky have to be matured in a cask for? I say full years because it's so many years and 1 day by law. So question number two, how long has Scotch whisky got to stay in that cask for before we crack it open and all pretend that we like it? It's a dreadful thing. Okay. Stephen's still very quiet in the back end there, Stephen. Still very quiet. Oh, I bet he's panicking. Oh, I bet he's absolutely flapping. Question three. Who was the lead vocalist in The Clash? That's question number three on tonight's quiz. Who was the lead vocalist in The Clash? Not one of my favourite bands at all. Yeah, couldn't name many of the tunes, I don't think. That was three. Who was the lead vocalist in The Clash? Through to number four here. Apologies in advance for this one. Which actress played Elle Woods in a film which saw Elle graduate from Harvard Law School? Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? That's sweet. Not at all. Can not hear Steve at all in the back end, Richie. So number four, which actress played Elle Woods in a film which saw Elle graduate from Harvard Law School? Okay. Question five surrounds one of my heroes, actually, so do like this one. Who did Jeremy Paxman ask, did you threaten to overrule him on 12 occasions in a rather cringeworthy 1997 interview? Did you threaten to overrule him? Did you threaten to overrule him? So that's question five. Who did Jeremy Paxman ask, did you threaten to overrule him on 12 occasions in a 1997 interview? Car crash stuff, really was. Literally made Matt Hancock look like an absolute beauty. Okay. So that's five. Question six. Move on to six. Which English rugby union club are known as the Chiefs? So that's question six. Which English rugby union club are known as the Chiefs? One for James Dadge and his gabble of merry men. Rugby union, again, not one of my favourite sports, if I'm honest. So that was question 6. Which English rugby union club are known as the Chiefs? Okay, number 7. We'll move swiftly through. Which word is both a type of fish and a section in a choir? So that's question number 7. Which word is both a type of fish and a section in a choir? Nice and straightforward there, folks. Everything calm down in the back end there, Michael? Yes. Okay. I'm hearing that on your answer sheet, you're going to probably see 2 entry spots for question number 3. No particular reason, just looks like a little bit of a mess from Michael. Although Michael's absolutely superb and meticulous for that, so we'll let him off on that stage. If you can put a dash in the one that you're not using, presumably, that'd be great. Okay. Question number 8. How many sides does a decagon have? One for any youngsters that are still up at this time of night. So that's question number 8. How many sides does a decagon have? Okay, reasonably straightforward. So we'll move straight through to number 9. The Trafford Centre is currently owned by who? So that's number 9. The Trafford Centre is currently owned by who? I say currently. They are in a right mess. They are in a real mess. And well, possibly COVID related, but I think they've been in a mess for some particular time. So takeover coming short. So that was number 9. The Trafford Centre is currently owned by who? Okay, question 10. Any Mystic Meg fans around who enjoy this? Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a goat? So that's question number 10. Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a goat? Which sign of the Godiac? I think they said they're lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, which side of the goat? The other side. Very nice. Okay, off to Tracy Island now, folks. Question number 11. What colour was Thunderbird 3? That's question number 11. What colour was Thunderbird 3? Okay, question 12. What word goes before vest, beans, and quartet? It's question number 12. What word goes before vest, beans, and quartet? I'm hearing in the background a question: is the answer eggy? I can say that categorically no, it is not eggy. Give you that one for free. Okay, question 13. What is the only American state? You know, I like American states. What is the only American state to begin with the letter P? That's question 13. What is the only American state to begin with the letter P? Never been. Okay. So question 14. Which kind of bulbs? I think when I sent this over to Steve, a little typo from me. Blobs. I can assure you that's bulbs. What kind of bulbs / flowers were once exchanged as a form of currency? So that's which kind of bulbs / flowers were once exchanged as a form of currency? Tell you what, they were they were going for something, those blobs back in the day. Let me tell you, they were all the rage back in the late 1800s. Those blobs. Everybody will want them. Everybody will want them. Okay, 15 on Blue Peter. What was John Noakes' dog called on Blue Peter? What was John Noakes' dog called? Blue Peter, not something that I was especially into, if I'm honest. So that's 15 on Blue Peter. What was John Noakes' dog called? On 16, we'll move through to 16. That one's reasonably straightforward. What or who connects Donna Sheridan, Margaret Thatcher, and Emmeline Pankhurst? So that's question 16. What or who connects Donna Sheridan, Margaret Thatcher, and Emmeline Pankhurst? And from some of the things I've just heard in the back end, I'll just remind everybody that it is 8:15. It is pre-watershed. Let's just keep it nice and above board. Family quiz, family club, please. So what or who connects Donna Sheridan, Margaret Thatcher, and Emmeline Pankhurst? Margaret Thatcher, the greatest ever Prime Minister, of course. We'd have to all agree with that, wouldn't we? We don't do politics. We don't do politics. We don't do politics. Okay. 17 for the chemists. Which chemical element has the atomic symbol Pb? So that's question 17. Which chemical element has the atomic symbol Pb? We had elements a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? That certainly wasn't in there. Okay, question 18. So we've had Port Jackson Bay, but this time we want the Gower Peninsula. The Gower Peninsula can be found in which UK city, or closest to which UK city? So that's the Gower Peninsula. Question number 18 can be found in which UK city? Lovely part of the world. Lovely part of the world. Okay. So from 18 through to 19, how many dots are used in each letter in the Braille system? So that's 19. How many dots are used in each letter in the Braille system? Toughie that. No idea. Got to have an idea. It's in front of me on the screen. Certainly didn't before I wrote the quiz, though, put it that way. Okay, and question number 20. The last question in your general knowledge round is, what name is given to a smith who shoes horses? So that's question 20. What name is given to a smith who shoes horses? Okay. Yeah. So just a reminder, folks, question 3, if you can just make sure that you've got a dash in the sort of the superfluous box. And then just take a couple of minutes, folks, to get your answer sheets submitted. In the meantime, you're just going to see a little break thing whilst we sort the audio out in the back end. It will just be 2 minutes. Finish off your answers, folks, get it submitted, then we'll move straight on to round 2. Back in. Yeah, we're going back. Okay, we're back. We're back live, folks. We're back live. And I can assure you that the issue was at my end. It was me who was essentially with fat fingers hammering the sort of the audio voice. I basically put Stephen on silent. Okay, how are we doing on submissions, Michael? Before we move through to round 2. Okay, so we'll quickly run through. Those questions? one last time. So it was question 1. Port Jackson Bay is found off the coast of which city? That was question number 1. Port Jackson Bay found off the coast of which city? Question 2 was, by law, how many years does Scotch whisky have to be matured in a cask for? Question 3 was, who was the lead vocalist in The Clash? Question 4, which actress played Elle Woods in a film which saw Elle graduate from Harvard Law School? Question 5 was, who did Jeremy Paxman ask that he threatened to overrule him on 12 separate occasions in a 1997 interview? Question 6, which English rugby union club are known as the Chiefs? Question 7, which word is both a type of fish and a section in a choir? Question 8, how many sides does a decagon have? 9 was, the Trafford Centre is currently owned by who? 10, just before my computer freezes and logs me out. Lovely. 10 was, which sign of the zodiac is represented by a goat? 11, what colour was Thunderbird 3? 12, what word goes before vest, beans, and quartet? 13, what is the only American state to begin with P? 14, we were looking for blubs. We weren't looking for blubs, we were looking for bulbs or flowers that were once exchanged as a form of currency. We'll just make the point that that was probably a typo on my end again. Sorry, folks. 15, on Blue Peter, what was John Noakes' dog called? 16, what or who connects Donna Sheridan, Margaret Thatcher, and Emmeline Pankhurst? 17, which chemical element has the atomic symbol Pb? 18, the Gower Peninsula can be found in which UK city? 19, how many dots are used in each letter in the Braille system? And 20, what name is given to a smith who shoes horses? So if we can get those submitted, folks, in the next couple of minutes. Steve, I can hear you now, but I can also hear myself again, which is slightly worrying. So let's about another 60 seconds, and then let's wrap this round up. Beachy, how are we doing on submissions, Beachy? $35. So we're waiting on 8. We're waiting on 8. Can we get the round 2 sheet live on the website, please, Michael? Already done. So, folks, round 2 is live on the website if you want to get ready for round 2. Okay, another 15 seconds, and then we're moving straight on. Are you ready? Is Steve ready? Yeah. Yeah, Mike, if you can just be in the middle of us, that'd be great. Oh, okay. It's where you've always wanted to be, isn't it, Mike? Let's have it right in between me and Stephen. Right in between two horribly balding men. Okay, let's move on to round 2, folks. The pick and mix this week. So usual sort of story here. We've got 30 questions. They come in sets of 5. So first set of questions tonight. So the first 5 answers. You can put these in whatever order you want in your answer sheet. What we're looking for tonight, for 1 to 5, I want you to name the 5 clubs that come last alphabetically in the English Football League. Now, that includes the Premier League. So you're looking at the 92 clubs or 91 clubs after Bury, very sad demise. You're looking for the 90 out of those 91 clubs, the 5 clubs that come last alphabetically. So appreciate that this might take a little bit of thinking. Just in terms of this round generally, folks, you may want to grab a pen and paper, pencil and paper, just for what's coming, because I will warn you, we've got the alternate letters missing, but we've also got some anagrams tonight. And I think that a couple of them are quite tough. So pen and paper probably advised at some stage. Any input on Facebook or YouTube there, Mike? Big hello whilst you're working on it. Big hello to Chuck Norris, one of our members. And actually, that reminds me, actually, in these terrible times that we now live in, some fabulous news this week. Hello to Eddie Flanagan. If Eddie Flanagan's watching at home, I know that Eddie had some great news this week, given an all clear on a test. So Eddie, wonderful news that, mate, and I'll raise one to that. But Chuck, hope this finds you well as well, mate. Hope you're soldiering on, buddy. Hope it finds you well. Hello to, say another hello to Zach Guilfoyle, who's actually coming to us live from Melbourne, or just outside Melbourne, Wangaratta. So hello to Zach, coming from all the way around the world. I think what's it going to be there? 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning there. Okay, so I don't know how we're doing with the first 5 here. We're on the 5 clubs that come last alphabetically in the English Football League. I think that's probably going to be one that we've got to stew over as we go through. And I will allow some time at the end for some mulling over, but we will move through to the next 5, which is slightly tougher this week, I think, but we'll see. So these are all characters from much loved British sitcoms, but of course with alternate letters missing. Now, half a job Mike Scott last week decided that he wasn't going to read these out because it was somewhat distracting. I just disagree. So here we go, folks. So number 6 is blank A blank I blank P blank K blank. 7 is blank A blank U blank L blank U blank N blank R. 8 is blank R blank N. No, I've got that right. Blank R blank N blank R blank N blank, and then P blank C blank L blank. 9 is blank E blank R blank D blank G blank A blank, and 10 is blank W blank N blank E blank T. So they're 10 characters. Oh, sorry, they're 5 characters from British sitcoms. And I'm not going to give any direction as to which sitcoms they come from, but I will say that I would argue that they're pretty much up there with 5 of the top 10 British sitcoms of all time. So you're not being asked to go into the depths of your knowledge here to try and pluck one of these bad boys out. A quick shout whilst you're doing with that in terms of some of the team names tonight. One love for Mike Scott, actually, a number of mentions. Forget Bojo, Mike Scott the Prime Minister. Interesting. Forget Bojo, Mike Scott the Prime Minister. I think that comes from Zach Guilfoyle, doesn't it, down under? Big shout out to Liam Danaher, who appeared to register for this quiz on Tuesday, which is quite impressive. Given the fact that I don't think the link was even online on Tuesday, so I'm not quite sure how that was achieved. Other team names, the Walking Argument, I assume that's over from Disley Way. The Walking Argument over at the Disley Wolves at Wall. I tell you what, lads, in the back end there, I don't know what Steve's done in the back end, but it might calm him down to learn that I can't hear myself now. So I'm sure that Steve's probably taking a nice relaxed break in the background. I can hear you, Steve. I can hear you loud and clear, mate. it's only taken 30 minutes, but it's okay, folks. We're back in a streamlined, slick delivery. It only took a third of the quiz to get there. Okay, I assume that we're getting there. So I'd just encourage anybody who wants to think about any of these a little bit more, just to jot them down perhaps on a piece of paper. We will show these again just as we rattle through at the end. They are on the answer sheet. Thank you, Beachy. So you should be able to see them anyway as we work through. So we're going to move on now to the next 5. So these tonight are song lyrics. They'll be spoken, obviously not sang. Now, I do like a bit of karaoke. Might give you a little bit of a rendition of one or two as we go through the answers, but we'll see. So question 11. Like painted skies, those days and nights, they went flying by. That's question 11. Like painted skies, those days and nights, they went flying by. What we're looking for here is the title of the song. We want the title of the song. I'm just aware that some of these songs have been heavily covered. So let's just go with the title of the song, please. So that's number 11. Like painted skies, those days and nights, they went flying by. Oh, I can still hear you in the back end there, Stephen. Lovely. And it's really reassuring to hear you, because to be honest with you, I just had a bit too much of Beachy in this area. You know, I mean, half an hour of Michael Beach is enough for any one person to stand, isn't it? Best of times. Yeah, I just need your soothing breath down the back of my neck. Steady. It's steady. It's 29 minutes to 9. That's not with you in the middle, Michael. Okay, number 12. Let's move to 12. Load up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. That's question 12. Is load up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. Bit of a request to slow the pace. Who was the request from, Stephen? Burn Hinchcliffe, just to slow down. Okay. It's a bit tough this week, I think, folks. So make of that what you will. So question 12, load up on guns, bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend. So I'm hearing. Okay, hearing people want to slow down, but I think the pace is okay. I think the pace is okay. Can't be here all night, folks. 13. Absolute favourite of mine, this. There's a place waiting just for you. It's a special place where your dreams all come true. And I don't think I'll be winning any prizes as a poet laureate, but quite nicely delivered if I do say so myself. So that's 13. There's a place waiting just for you is a special place where your dreams all come true. Sorry, go on, Stephen. Hearing the characters are very, very hard. I've had a proposition that I drink branded beer and I'm under some sort of sponsorship arrangement. I can assure you that that's not the case. As the proposition. Oh, somebody's given me a proposition. Oh, absolutely, absolutely right. But one of our contestants wants me to drink their booze on. Yeah, absolutely, folks, absolutely. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch afterwards for sure. What's the name, Beach? So we give them a plug. Give them a plug now if we want. We won't give them a plug right now. We won't give them a plug. We won't fall into that fly trap. Okay, 14. Let's move on, folks. Let's move on. This one's a little Italian number. Ciu pure, o principessa, nella tua fredda stanza. And that pronunciation was slightly better than Mike did last week. So Beartown Brewery, they want to provide the beer. Absolutely no problem, folks. No problem. Happy to do so. So that's 14. It's Tu pure o principessa nella tua fredda stanza. And like I say, I hope that pronunciation was slightly better than Mike last week. He was trying to do the two Nobel Prize winners from Manchester University. Okay. Okay. So 14. I think that's pretty straightforward. That there's not many Italian songs, is there? Not of any note anyway. 15. If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? Very profound, very profound. So that's 15. If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? Just to be clear on 14, James Dad's point of clarification. The title of the song, obviously in Italian, please. The title of the song needs to come in Italian. So they're the song lyrics. I always find those terribly difficult. So I am conscious just to the quick moments before we move on to the anagrams. So it'd be giving me an headache if I was trying to do this. So now I'm reading through it. Okay, so that was 15, just to finish off. If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I? How can I when you won't take it from me? Whispering sweet nothings down the mic to our contestants. Lovely stuff. Michael, it's before the watershed. 23 minutes time. If you'd like to ask me that question again, I'm happy to respond. Okay, let's move on, folks. Good quiz is a good quick quiz. So anagrams now, and so these are all stars of the screen. The 5 anagrams, stars of the screen. Looking at them, yeah, all the big screen as well. We're not messing around with soap stars here, folks. So first one, 16, Old West Action. So that's 16, Old West Action. I'm trying to see whether, no, I don't, there's not much connection at times, I don't think, between the anagram and the actual questions. I've got 16, Old West Action. Okay. Just as a quick one, folks, because I do appreciate there's quite a bit to think about here tonight. When we get to the end, we'll go to a break, and then you'll have sort of 5 minutes during the break just to finish off and submit your answers before we come back. So 17, let's move on. Dung Jar Lady. So that's Dung Jar Lady. One of my mother's favourites there. That's Dung Jar Lady. Andrew Metcalf he's a big anagram fan, isn't he? Fancies himself. I would imagine that he'll be rattling through these in no time, or doing what he usually does at the quiz and letting somebody else do it before taking credit for it. Okay, that's Dung Jar Lady for 17. 18. And the gentleman is his anagram. Genuine Class. One of my favourite anagrams I've ever seen. Now, Genuine Class, number 18. So Stephen's just asked me what an anagram is, and we're wondering why there's been issues in the back end when I'm getting questions like, "What is an anagram? What is an anagram, Stephen?" Bloody hell! Dear oh dear, what is an anagram? I mean, in fairness, I'm giving him loads of stick, but when you actually watch the production on this Millionaire thing in a minute, I'm not quite sure it's justified. 19. Let's move on. 19 is Broken Statue. Broken Statue for 19. Tuffy. 19 is Broken Statue. I think that one's the toughest in the round, personally. And 20, we're going a demonic link. That's 20 is a demonic link. So there's 5 anagrams for you folks. Appreciate that some of you will probably still be racking your brains over those. So just to quickly run through them again. We've got 16, Old West action. 17 is dung jar lady. 18 is genuine class. 19 is broken statue. And 20 is a demonic link. Okay. So we will move on to the next category, which is on. And strap yourselves in, folks. Strap yourselves in, folks. The Millionaires inspired by the Christmas. Obviously, it was Easter last weekend. But the next 5 are on Christianity. They're on Christianity. Listen, no stone unturned over the weeks of this quiz. So Christianity, we've got 5 coming here. Loosely Christianity, some of it really. So question 21 on tonight's quiz. Ezekiel 25:17 is most famously quoted on the big screen by which actor? The verse finishes with, "And you'll know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee." So that's question 21 in tonight's quiz. Is Ezekiel 25:17 is most famously quoted on the big screen by which actor? The verse finishes with, "And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee." I won't be sharing your views, Michael. I won't be sharing your views, Michael, that's for sure. You know, Ofcom might be watching. Okay, 22. Who went to the top of the UK charts with a song that included the Lord's Prayer? So who went to the top of the UK charts with a song that included the Lord's Prayer? Okay, so easy in there, but there are a couple of biblical questions here now. So apologies for those who don't attend Mass regularly on a Sunday. Which apostle was converted to Christianity on the road to Damascus? So that's 23. Which apostle? You know, there's only a limited amount to choose from, so it should be okay. But which apostle was converted to Christianity on the road to Damascus? It wasn't the donkey. The donkey was not converted to Christianity on the road to Damascus. Yeah, go on. So I've been asked about which version of the Bible are we working from here. We're working from the King James Bible for sure. So I believe that the modern thing, it was introduced reasonably recently, and whenever I've been to Mass of late, it just doesn't quite feel the same, I'm afraid. Okay, 24. Which British writer converted to Christianity on their deathbed? Was it Wordsworth, Auden, Wilde, or Dickens? So that's question 24. Which British writer converted to Christianity on their deathbed? Was it Wordsworth, Auden, Wilde, or Dickens? Okay. So that's 24 and 25, and then we can move on from Christianity. I know it was almost as bad as maths last week. I appreciate that, but you know, you got to do it. You got to do it. Okay, so 25. According to the Gospel of Philip, who was described as Jesus' companion. Now, I appreciate that people like James Dodge are probably firing in, telling me that the Gospel of Philip does not feature within the King James Bible. It is a supplementary gospel for sure, but that's the question. Anybody who's seen the Da Vinci Code will be well briefed with this. So, according to the Gospel of Philip, who was described as Jesus' companion? Okay, 225. Oh, yeah. Carry on regardless. Okay, so let's get through it. I mean, let's lighten the mood now. Christianity, appreciate that there are a few there quite heavy. So we're going to finish with a few pictures from Wacky Races. Wacky Races. Who remembers Wacky Races? Okay, so I'm going to show you 5 of the teams slash characters from Wacky Races, and all we need is the name of each team slash pair. I'll discuss as we go along. So 26, please, Stephen. There they are. Harry Moore and Mitch Wood there in a cart. Looking slightly more intelligent than Harry Moore there, actually. Hi, Harry. Or is that Alistair Brown? Tough to tell. Tough to tell. Tough to tell. Okay. 27. And there's James Dadge, looking resplendent in red. So that's 27. Okay, 27 there. Okay, 28. This is Hollingworth Cricket Club arriving to an away fixture. That's 28. Apologies to those who aren't sort of cricketers. That's a. I was quite pleased with that myself when I went through, if I'm honest. Okay, that's 28, 29. And I do need both of these people. I need well, I'll say people. God. I need both of these characters for the point to be awarded. So I need both of these characters for the point to be awarded. Luke Flanagan there on the left. Is that Phil Shimmin on the right? Possibly. Okay, so that's 29. And question 30. It's John Marsden. There it is. There's number 30. It's the ginger hair and the fact that it looks like he's on a roller stick. Okay, so that's 30. So that's it for pick and mix, folks. We'll quickly just run through it again, then we'll take a sort of a 5-minute break. Appreciate that we've got quite a bit of the quiz done here up at this front end, so we're making good progress though. So Steve, we just go back to there you go. So we were looking for the 5 football clubs that come last alphabetically in the English Football League. Following that up with the characters from British sitcoms with alternate letters missing. They're on the answer paper, aren't they, Beachy? Okay, so that's fine. 11 was Like Painted Skies, Those Days and Nights They Went Flying By. Again, we're looking for the name of the song here, not the artist. 12 was Load Upon Guns, Bring Your Friends, It's Fun to Lose and to Pretend. 13 was There's a Place Waiting Just for You. It's a special place where your dreams all come true. Bit seedy, yeah, okay. 14 is Tu purrei o principessa nella tua fredda stanza. And you can see the authenticity there in the Italian accent. You would think that I was a native of Perugia, wouldn't you? You really would. 15 is If I Could, Maybe I'd Give You My World. How can I when you won't take it from me? Okay, anagrams. 16 for the anagrams, we had Old West Action. 17 was Dung Jar Lady. 18 was Genuine Class. 19 was Broken Statue. 20 was A Demonic Link. And then 20, we have Christianity. We were looking for the star of the big screen who had said, "And you will know my name as the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee." 22 was who went to the top of the UK charts with a song that included the Lord's Prayer. 23 was which apostle was converted to Christianity on the road to Damascus. 24 was which British writer converted to Christianity on their deathbed, Wordsworth, Auden, Wilde, or Dickens. And 25 was according to the Gospel of Philip, who was described as Jesus' companion. Wacky Racers, we had 26, Harry Moore and co. 27, we had James Dadge. Who's that? At 28, we had Hollingwood Cricket Club. 29, Luke Flanagan and Phil Shimmin. And 30, John Marston. There we go. So we were looking for the characters of those of the Wacky Races. So that's it, folks. So if you want to tidy up your sheets, we're going to have a sort of are we back for what are we on? We're on 9 minutes to. So we'll come back at 9 o'clock promptly. Obviously, with the millionaire round in itself, we should get through reasonably, sort of expediently, I hope. But I will explain when we get there. There's only 15 questions, obviously, to go through there. But I will just say that the first 5 questions in the millionaire will be worth points. Second 5 will be worth 2 points, and the last 5 will be worth 3 points. Wowee! So it is all to play for. 15 questions for 30 marks when we come back. Get yourself topped up, go to the toilet, whatever you got to do. Cheers. I do. Right, we're back. Now, I appreciate it's a little trickier this week, especially on the pick and mix. It is a bit trickier this week, but safe to say that the Quizmaster for the last few weeks has been getting royally hammered looking at the stage, some of the scores. So listen, he's betting back. He's betting back. What can you say? Appreciate that. I think the British sitcom alternate letters are proving a tad tricky, but I will have to call it a couple of minutes. So 3 minutes past by my clock here. I'm going to ask that everybody's got it submitted in, and we can move on. We'll go through the answers, and then we'll do the final round, which is the millionaire round. So we're up to 20, which means we're sort of about halfway in terms of submissions. So a couple of minutes, folks. Just to be clear, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire link isn't live yet, I don't think, is it, Michael? Okay. Last 60 seconds now, folks. Last 60 seconds. I can assure you that there will be no Chris Tarrant impressions throughout the millionaire round. No matter how hard anybody tries to convince me to do so otherwise. It's just not really my bag. Beach, how are we doing on submissions? We're almost at 3 minutes past. So I think we're waiting on about 10. So come on, folks. Yeah, we're going to run through the answers before we get to the millionaire round. Because if the millionaire round goes all tits up, at least we've got the 2 rounds in the bag. But I'm sure it won't, folks. I'm sure it won't. Well, listen, he's saying lack of confidence in the back end here. But, listen, after the audio drama of early, anything can happen. Anything can happen tonight, folks. Live television for you, live television. The beauty of it, the beauty of it. Okay, we're 3 minutes past, so I'm going to give 20 seconds broadly, and then we're going to move on, because otherwise we will be here all night. I'm conscious of the millionaire. So we need 6 more. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to freeze it there. And shall we go through the answers? We get it sorted. Beachy, is everyone in, Beachy? Everyone's in. Okay. So the answers for the first 2 rounds, folks. Okay, round 1, which was your general knowledge. Question 1 was Port Jackson Bay. It was found off the coast of Sydney, lovely part of the world. Number 2, a Scotch whisky has to be matured by law for 3 years and 1 day. Now, some of the single malts, it's advised they're held for 10, but by law, it's 3 years and 1 day. The lead vocalist for number 3, the lead vocalist of The Clash, was Joe Strummer. Joe Strummer for 3. 4, Elle Woods was played by Reese Witherspoon. 5, Jeremy Paxman gave that almighty grilling to Michael Howard. 6, the Chiefs are from Exeter. It's the Exeter Chiefs. Not Kaiser, Exeter. 7 is a fish, and the section of the choir is bass, bass, B-A-S-S, basically, pronounced slightly. 8, a decagon has 10 sides. 9, the Trafford Centre is currently owned by Intu. We'll see about that. They're really struggling. 10, which sign of the Zodiac, the Zodiac, is represented by the goat? It's a Capricorn. Thunderbird 3 was, what would you call it? What, the spaceship rocket thing? It was red. 12 Vest, Beans, and Quartet String. The only American states for 13, beginning with P, is Pennsylvania. The blubs, the really, really sort of equitable blubs that were traded back in time, are tulips. Real sort of bubble there, real sort of financial bubble around tulips. 15, John Oakes' dog was Shep. Donna Sheridan, Margaret Thatcher, and Emmeline Pankhurst. So this is in a similar vein to the Tom Hanks question we had last week. These are all characters that have been played by Meryl Streep. They're all, I think Donna Sheridan is in Mamma Mia, if I'm not wrong. I've not seen it, just to be clear. I'm an ABBA fan, but I've not seen that particular film. Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady, and Emmeline Pankhurst in Suffragette. Which chemical element has the atomic symbol Pb? It's lead. The Gower Peninsula is found near Swansea. The dots in each letter in the Braille system, six dots. No idea. Stole that one online, if I'm honest. And 20, a farrier. A farrier is a smith who sorts out horses' shoes. So that's shoes, please. That's general knowledge. Onto the pick and mix. So the first 5 were the football clubs in reverse alphabetical order. So Wycombe Wanderers. Yeovil Town, by the way, have been relegated. So it's Wycombe Wanderers, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wigan Athletic, West Ham United, and West Bromwich Albion. They were the 5 teams that you were after that. On to the almightily difficult British sitcom round by all accounts. So number 6 is Mavis Pike from Dad's Army. Apologies. Mavis Pike from Dad's Army for 6. 7 is Raquel Turner from Only Fools and Horses. 8 is Frank Pickle from The Vicar of Dibley. 9 is Jerry Dignan from Phoenix Nights. Jerry the Berry. And 10 is Gwen West from Gavin and Stacey. So they were your sitcoms. Tough that this week, very tough. But like I say, when I put Shakespeare in there, I was getting battered. So he's fought back. He's fought back. So I'm hearing that nobody got Jerry Dignan right. Interesting. Okay. Question 11. I've heard somebody got Jerry Duggan. Tough that. Question 11. Like painted skies, those days and nights they went flying by. That is Summer Wind. Famous by Frank Sinatra. Load up on guns, bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend are the opening lines. So it Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. 13, There's a Place Waiting Just for You is a special place where your dreams all come true. It's Reach by S Club 7. What a belter, what a belter. Tu pure o principessa nella tua fredda stanza is Nessun Dorma, of course. Real favourite of mine. And a favourite of certain karaoke bars in Newcastle, Benidorm, and elsewhere. 15, If I Could, Maybe I'd Give You My World. How Can I When You Won't Take It From Me is Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. Okay, anagrams, stars of the screen. Old West Action is Clint Eastwood. So Old West Action, Clint Eastwood. 17, Dung Jar Lady is Judy Garland. 18, Genuine Class is Alec Guinness. 19, Broken Statue is Buster Keaton. Sorry, I'm sort of twizzling you around there unnecessarily. There you go. And 20 is A Demonic Link. That was Nicole Kidman. The Ezekiel 25:17, that was Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. I know we had a Pulp Fiction picture last week, didn't we? About Samuel L. Jackson. Cliff Richard went to the top of the charts, 22. Not quite sure how. The apostle converted to Christianity on the road to Damascus was Paul. We'll accept Saul. We'll accept Saul if anyone's going with that. 24. The British writer converted to Christianity on the deathbed was Oscar Wilde. And 25, according to the Gospel of Philip, Jesus' companion was Mary Magdalene. Wacky Races. Okay, 26. This was the Slag Brothers, just past the watershed, no problem. The Slag Brothers for 26. 27 is Red Max. 28 is the Ant Hill Mob. So 28, the Ant Hill Mob. Stephen, 28, Ant Hill Mob, thank you. 29 was Lazy Luke and Blubber Bear. And 30 was Professor Pat. Okay, so they were the answers to the first two questions. Oh, sorry, the first two rounds in tonight's quiz. So now, folks, we're going to move into round 3. Now, you could get really carried away and a bit confused here, but broadly, folks, the answer sheet that you're going to work through, which we'll explain just in a moment. Don't get distracted. If you get one wrong, it doesn't matter. You're not out. Make sure you complete all 15 questions, because in the main quiz, you'll be awarded points for every correct answer that you get. However, as a little side competition, side bet, what we're going to do this evening is we're going to almost run it as a sort of side competition to see which team can get the furthest. We'll see which team can get the furthest to the £1 million and a potential prize on offer for the team that does get the furthest as we go along. Now, usually when you get the answer sheets through, it comes through as one long answer sheet for you. Just because the way that we want to do this, and we want to be able to sort of see who's still in as we go along, you're going to have to sort of answer. You'll go onto the answer sheet and you'll have sort of a sheet to answer question number 1. You'll submit that, and then you'll click submit another answer, and then you'll fill it out again for question number 2. So now, I think, Stephen, you'll be ready to take us through that on the screen in a moment, won't you? But are you ready, Stephen, in the background, or do you need another moment? It needs one more moment in the background before we play. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Now, just to be clear, all the questions that are in this quiz tonight, on this millionaire quiz, are questions that have featured in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I have ramped up the ante for the last 3 questions. They're all questions that have been featured as £1 million questions. So you're showing how we get through the answer sheet. So broadly, what would happen here? So the way that you're going to have to work this, folks, as you go in. Now, the slight admin hitch here is that you're just going to have to put your team name in at the top there every time. So what I would say to you is, the first time you put it in, just copy it, and then each time you can just paste it in, and we carry on. So what you'll do is you'll stick your team name in, you'll scroll down, you'll select which question we're on. So if it's the first question, I'll tell you which question we're on, but it'll be question number 1, and then you'll select your answer. You'll then press submit. And then you'll come through to here, and then you just need to click on the little link to say submit another answer, and that'll bring you back to the sort of same page. You'll just go again, stick your team name in. It'll be question number 2 this time, and then you'll stick your answer in, and we'll go on as we go through. So the way it's going to work, we'll do the first 5 questions first, and we'll review all the answers. We'll do the second 5 questions, review all the answers, and then we'll probably go 1 question at a time up to the £1 million, and we'll try and build some tension. So, Steve, are you ready? Okay, if you want to refresh the homepage on the website, folks, the Millionaire link now works. But without further ado, anything could happen here, folks. Anything could happen. But let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so everybody should now have question 1, or they should have the link to the answer page. Stick your team name in. Question number 1. So okay, so question number 1 for £100. Question number 1. If there's any kids at home, this is your time to shine. Okay, let's play question 1, Steve. Okay. Question 1. Because of its loyalty, what household pet is often referred to as man's best friend? Is it A, dog, B, bird, C, cat, or D, rabbit? Sorry, giving that Chris Tarrant sort of laugh when he sort of knows that one's a little bit stupid. So number one is, because of its loyalty, what household pet is often referred to as man's best friend? A, dog, B, bird, C, cat, or D, rabbit. If you can all submit your answers, please, and through to a fresh page for question 2. How are we looking, Beachy? Is everybody on the ball? We need 3 more. Okay, well, I'm sure that the most are on board and most are following, which is quite exciting. Okay, question 2. Let's play question 2, please, Stephen. Okay. So, in which of these does somebody save pocket money? Is it a cat's cradle, a bird catcher, a cat something, or a piggy bank for D? A piggy bank for D. So, in what does a child save pocket money? Is it A, cat's cradle, B, bird catcher, C, cat's something? It's sort of blanked out there on my screen. I'm just going to get it up on the computer so I can see it properly. And D, piggy bank. All vote now and all submit, please. Okay, how are we doing on submissions, Beachy? How are we doing on submissions? Okay. Okay, question 3. Which of these is an infection in a computer system designed to corrupt data? Now, with my IT skills, something that I'm probably likely to come across. But is it A, fever, B, coma, C, migraine, or D, virus? Don't worry, folks, they do get more difficult. Hard to believe that people used to spunk lifelines on these questions. But there we go. So if we can all vote now, it's past the watershed, Stephen, so I think we're okay with that. So that's question 3. Which of these is an infection in a computer system designed to corrupt data? A, fever, B, coma, C, migraine, D, virus. So please submit. Assume we're doing okay in the back end, Beachy. Okay. So that's 3. Can we move on, Beachy? Question 4. Which of these is a fairground attraction? Look at that. Anything could happen, folks. Anything could happen. So which of these is a fairground attraction? A, Ferris wheel, B, Morris wheel, D, C, Norris wheel, or D, Harris wheel? Is it? It could be a double bluff. Look at it that way. Could really be trying to fill you out. I'm just glad that happened now, Stephen, and not when we get on to the £1 million questions later, where there's some real stuff. So that's question 4. Which of these is a fairground attraction? A, Ferris wheel, B, Morris wheel, C, Norris wheel, or D, Harris wheel? So that's a freebie, folks, just to show you how the graphics are going to work there. Stephen seamlessly sort of, smooth it out, Steve. Brilliant. Okay, we ready for 5? Okay, Stephen reckons he's ready for 5. Let's hope that we don't have a green flash when this comes up now. Which of the following is the hardest known material? Thank God for that, Stephen. Is it A, emerald, B, ruby, C, sapphire, or D, diamond? So that's question 5. Which of the following is the hardest known material? A, emerald, B, ruby, C, sapphire, or D, diamond? Please all submit. So do you want to, we can run through those answers and just get those chalked off. Right. I mean, I'm not sure we need the graphic really, so I can just run through those from here, given how straightforward they are. I think it's better. I don't think we're building any tension. Okay, I'm just being told that Stephen will cry if we don't use the graphic, so we will go ahead and use the graphics. Is everybody submitted, Beachy? So, big folks, Beachy is giving you a big thumbs up because apparently we're on the ball and we're getting this, which is to my amazement that this is actually going reasonably well, bar the little green flashing incident. Bar the green flashing incident, we're doing okay. So just quickly, we'll go back to one. Let's get these sorted. Steve, one, because of its loyalty, what household pet is often referred to as man's best friend? Computer. What's the correct answer? Computer. We're doing the answer, Steve. Computer. There we go. Correct answer. Dog. Lovely. Okay, question 2, and I assume that you're ready in the back end with the answers for these. Question 2 was, in which of these does a child say pocket money? Computer. There we go. Tell you what, just a few teething problems, folks. You get ironed out nicely. Okay, 3. Which of these is an infection, a computer system designed to corrupt data? Computer. There we go. Bear with us, folks. There will be, I suspect, a bit more tension when the questions aren't this easy. Okay, 4. 4. I think we know 4's a Ferris wheel. I think we've seen it flashed even, so I think we can probably move through to 5. The 4's a Ferris wheel. So there you go. Thanks, Steve. 5, if we can, which of the following is the hardest known material? And you should have computer. There we go. Diamond. Okay, so they're the first 5, folks. I would imagine that most of us are safely through to £1,000. If not, I assume it's some sort of tech issue on your end with the submission. Somebody's got fat fingers and pressed the wrong thing. But we'll move on to 6. £2,000. Everybody at home on the ready with your next sheet. So question 6 for £2,000. What is the first name of William Shakespeare's mother? Is it A, Anne, B, Susan, C, Mary, or D, Elizabeth? So I'm being told in the back end that everybody is still in. Everybody is still in. I think this is tricky, you know. £2,000, I'd be fuming if I was in the chair and got this. So it's question 6. What is the first name of William Shakespeare's mother? Is it A, Anne, B, Susan, C, Mary, and D, Elizabeth? I'm just not sure how this is sort of relatively straightforward general knowledge. Now, I can assure you that cough was my hay fever and not some sort of not from the recreation of Major Ingram and Mr. Tecklin Whittock. Sleazeballs. How are we doing on submissions, Beach? I suspect this is one that's taking a little bit longer. Okay, we've got a number of people falling here. Bit of a car crash. This looks like the chair at Grand National. So what is the first name of William Shakespeare's mother? Number 6. Okay, we'll move on to the tension music. Let's keep going. Beachy, I assume that everybody's in, are they? Okay, please submit, and we'll move on to 7. Okay, number 7. Let's have number 7. Remember, folks, that in terms of the overall quiz, these are all worth 2 points for the correct answer. So 7 is, this is for £4,000. Sheepshank and Granny are examples of what? Are they battleships? Are they hats? Are they knots? Or are they bread? So that's question 7 for £4,000 and for 2 points. Sheepshank and Granny are examples of what? A, battleships, B, hats, C, knots, or D, bread. I thought this might crop up. Our lifeline's off the table. Given the fact that you're not in the hot seat on your own, lifelines are definitely off the table. And that's from Ignacio. Thank you, Ignacio, for the query. All the way from Spain, or from Congleton, I believe. So 7, how are we doing? Can we all submit for 7, folks? And we'll move through. So I'm hearing Jane Scott asking us to ignore her first submission for question number 6. You don't see that on the real programme, do you? You don't see Chris Tarrant go, oh, well, we'll just ignore it and move on, shall we? Sleep on the carpet. Don't worry about it, love. Yeah, I'll see how I feel. Yeah, Michael says he'll see how he feels later. Okay, question 8. Let's get those submitted to 7, folks. Move on to 8. I assume we're okay in the back end, Beachy, to move on to 8. Okay, 8. The fabric suede takes its name from the French for which country? A, Sudan, B, Singapore, C, Sweden, or D, Switzerland? So that's question 8. The fabric suede takes its name from the French for which country? A, Sudan, B, Singapore, C, Sweden, or D, Switzerland? Yeah. It's just occurred to Michael in the back end that by doing it this way, he's going to have 800 responses to mark or something in that tune. Unlucky, Mike. Okay, are we all submitted, Mike? Let's submit those for 8, folks. So 8 is the fabric suede, takes its name from the French for which country? Sudan, Singapore, Sweden, or Switzerland? Let's get those submitted. Okay. And let's move on to 9. Question 9 is the £16,000. Bear in mind, folks, get this one wrong and you'll lose £7,000 and 2 precious Mottram Cricket Club quiz points. Question number 9. What sort of creature is a water boatman? So that's question 9. What sort of creature is a water boatman for £16,000 and 2 precious points? Is it A, a mammal, B, an insect, C, a reptile, or D, a bird? It's question 9 for £16,000. What sort of creature is a water boatman? Is it A, mammal, B, insect, C, reptile, or D, bird? Now on the graphic it says D, Switzerland. I do want you to ignore D, Switzerland. The computer in the back end's having a nightmare. It's got a virus. The computer's got a virus, and it's really struggling in the back end. So let's just go with, is it A, mammal, B, insect, or C, reptile? It's definitely not a bird, is it? There's your lifeline. There's your lifeline, Ignacio. There's your lifeline. Okay, how is it? Can we submit? Everybody submit, please. How are we looking in the back end, Mike? Everybody submitted, or? Computer, please take away 1 incorrect answer, even with the remaining 3 correct or potentially correct answers. So we should all have submitted. We should have all submitted. Beachy, are we done? A few more to submit. If we could all submit now, please. Okay, we move on for 10. So this is for £32,000 and another 2 points. Question 10. Whose house is bulldozed at the start of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Is it Ford Prefect? B, Arthur Dent? Is it C, Zaphod Beeblebrox? Or is it D, Slarty Bartfast? I've never watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so I assume that means something to people. But, so, whose house is bulldozed? This is question 10 for £32,000. Whose house is bulldozed at the start of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Is it A, Ford Prefect, B. Arthur Dent, C. Zaphod Beeblebrox, or sorry, excuse me, D. Slarty Bartfart. I do hope that the IPA that's being sent to me produces less gas than the Coors Light. Oof, dear. Okay, let's get those locked in, folks. Let's get those locked in, and we'll run through those 5. We'll get those locked in, and then we'll run through the answers, and then we're into the big money. We're into the 3-point questions, working our way up to the £1 million. Okay, is everybody in, Beachy? Question 10. Okay, we're all in. We're all in. So let's just run through those answers from number 6. Let's go back. So we're going to go back to number 6. What I'm hearing in my ear, folks, is slow down, as if we hadn't prepared for this. Anyway, we're here, folks. So what is the first name of William Shakespeare's mother? Computer, please reveal the correct answer. C, Mary. Mary is the correct answer. I feel that might have knocked a few out from the prize race, but if you're still in them, fair enough. 7. Sheepshank and Granny are examples of what? Computer? Okay, they are knots. 2 points for anybody saying knots. Okay, fabric, suede, is from Switzerland. Well, where's it from? Where's it from, computer? The fabric suede from which country? Sweden. CCC. Okay, question 9. On to 9, please, Stephen. What sort of creature is a water boatswain? Computer? Is it a Switzerland? Now, if you'd have said Switzerland, you'd have just lost 15. Okay, number 10, which is which house is bulldozed at the start of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Computer, please reveal the correct answer. And there we go, Arthur Dent for B. Okay, on to the last 5, folks, onto the home straight now. So with the last 5, to be honest, we could have probably. Is anybody still in, Beachy? Do you know? Or okay, we've a number of teams that are still in the hunt for the prize, insofar as they've got every question right so far. If you can just try and find how many there are, Beachy, for attention purposes, that would be great. Okay, so we're moving on for £64,000 for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Question 11. Question 11, please, computer. Okay, question 11. The name of the game Mahjong is derived from a Chinese word meaning what? A, sparrows, B, ribbons, C, wind, or D, dragons. That's question 11 for £64,000 and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. The name of the game Mahjong is derived from a Chinese word meaning what? A, sparrows, B, ribbons, C, wind, or D, dragons. A couple of seconds just to have a little bit of a conference. So that's 11. The name of the game Mahjong is derived from a Chinese word meaning what? If we all submit our answers, we will reveal the answer to this now and live. Beachy, is everybody in? Yeah. No, but okay. Are we going through to the end and then we're revealing the answers? Okay, we're carrying on, folks. We're going to reveal the answers right at the end. False advertising. Okay. Well, the computer's not ready. On we go to 12. On we go to 12. On we go to 12, please, Steve. I assume that everybody's ready, are they, Beachy? Okay, please can we make sure that 11 submitted folks don't want any Googling at this stage. You're in the hot seats. You're not at home with your laptop. Okay. Okay, 12. Let's move to 12. Okay. Careful. Whose marble structure of David may be seen in the Bargello Museum in Florence? A. Leonardo da Vinci, B. Michelangelo, C. Ghiberti, or D. Donatello. So that's whose marble structure of David, or whose marble structure of David may be seen in the Bargello Museum in Florence? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Ghiberti, or Donatello? Have seen the sculpture. Beautiful piece of work. So that's for, what are we up to now? This would be for 125,000, wouldn't it? 125,000. 3 points in tonight's quiz, of course. Please make your selection and submit now. Okay. I'm hearing in the back end that Beach is struggling to process the data, such as the traffic. He's got a right flap on. Has everybody submitted 12 though, Beach, and we can move on to 13? Let's get those submitted, folks. Let me know, Beachy. Okay, I'm hearing that James Dadge is intending to donate his £1 million prize money to the club. Very kind of you, James. Okay, 13, this is £250,000, and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which king was married to Eleanor Aquitaine? Or Aquitaine, I think it's pronounced. Is it A, Henry I, B, Henry II, C, Richard I, or D, Henry V? One of the questions that took Judith Keppel to £1 million. So Judith Keppel, for anyone who's wondering, I wouldn't describe her as that, Michael, but I think for anybody who's wondering, she is the lady in Eggheads. Very, very, very good at English or literature whenever that comes out. But get her on sport, she's out the studio faster than anything, let me tell you. Okay, so that's 13. Which king was married to Eleanor Aquitaine? Henry I, Henry II, Richard I, or Henry V? Please, if we can get those answers submitted. 2 more to go, folks. 2 more to go. We can rattle off the answers and then we can draw this to a close. Beachy, everybody in? Still firing in, folks. Okay. I think everybody's nearly there. Please submit. I'm going to move on, so you need to make sure it's submitted. Okay, I'm going to move on, and there's going to be disqualifications. Are we all in, Beachy? Okay, 14 for £500,000, 3 points in tonight's quiz. Just remember, you get this wrong, you might lose £218,000 if you're still in. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, 14. You're going to have to bring it up for me first, Steve, because it was a late change to this, because £1 million question, we had to make it harder. We had to make £1 million question harder. But this is for £500,000. Can you show it on the screen, please, Steve? Which county cricket side is based at Wantage Road? A, Worcestershire, B, Gloucestershire, C, Northants, or D, Leicestershire? So that's for £500,000, 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which I love that country. I mean, tell you what, you can definitely tell that I was up late drafting this last night. Which country cricket side? Dear oh dear, and that is my fault for sure. Which county cricket side is based at Wantage Road? A, Worcestershire, B, Gloucestershire, C, Northants, and D, Leicestershire. Somebody called McAfee. We've got a virus in the computer. Okay, so that's 14. Which county cricket side is based at Wantage Road? A, Worcestershire, B, Gloucestershire, C, Northants, or D, Leicestershire? I reckon Cal Danaher is going to be absolutely flapping around because everybody's going to be looking at him. Just not sure he's going to get this. Just for context, the first ever £1 million question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was which county cricket side is based at Chesterley Street. Beachy didn't think it was hard enough. Stephen agreed, so I was overruled. Can we please all submit now? All submit now. Okay, quite a few in already. And then we're going to play for £1 million, folks. Are we all in, Beachy, for the last question? Okay, here we go, folks. I'm going to definitely call order. Should be in now. Here we go for £1 million. For £1 million, and for more importantly, for another 3 points in the MCC virtual quiz. Computer, can we see the £1 million question? Oberon is a satellite of which planet? Is it A, Mercury, B, Neptune, C, Uranus, or D, Mars? So that's for £1 million and for the 3 points in tonight's quiz. Oberon is a satellite of which planet? A, Mercury, B, Neptune, C, Uranus, not quite sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, or D, Mars. And that's it, folks. That is it. If we can get those submitted, we'll show the last answers. What we'll try and do, guys, obviously when we submit the answers, Beach, I'm more than happy to help you out with this, but there might be some way we can indicate how far you actually got in terms of money on this particular game. I can almost feel Beachy sort of collapsing in the back at this as the extra work I've just unloaded onto him. But we will sort of try and do that. But yeah, either way, obviously the results will be posted tomorrow for the whole quiz. Just once we've got the answers to do, of course, but we will try and let you know how your team did in terms of how far you got. I suspect that you probably already know. I suspect that most of you might have been wiped out by the shift of the question. Okay, are we all in, Beachy? Okay, if we can all make the submission, then we can rattle through the answers and we can bring it to a close. Just a quick thank you before I do. Thank you to Stephen, who's obviously, as you can probably see, spent quite a bit of time putting this together. I'm not quite sure how he does it. I don't know whether we're violating numerous copyright laws here, and I'll probably have a cease and desist letter from Celador Studios, hot off the press by recorded delivery tomorrow morning. But alas, who cares? As long as we've all enjoyed it, that's all we're looking for. Okay, are we all in, Beachy? Beachy's just pivoting in the background. So Stephen, should we can get question 11 up? Just ready. Okay, we're ready to go through the questions. Sorry, we're going to go through the answers. So question 11, folks. Question 11 was the name of the game Mahjong, derived from a Chinese word meaning what? A, sparrows, B, ribbons, C, wind, or D, dragons. Computer, can we see the correct answer? There it is, sparrows. Sparrows, lovely stuff. Okay, 12. Yeah, so 12 as we move through. I'm hearing in the back end that computer moves slightly slower at this stage, just in order to try and build some tension. Sorry. No, I like it. Okay. Whose marble structure of David may be seen in the Bargello Museum in Florence? A. Leonardo da Vinci, B. Michelangelo, C. Ghiberti, or D. Donatello? Computer, let's have a look. Donatello. Just to clear that one up, Michelangelo's statue of David is in the Accademia in Florence. I think that's a replica. I assume so. That's what the internet tells me. Okay, so that was for 100. What was that for? 125. On to the £250,000 question. The £250,000 question. This was one of Judith Keppel's questions. This next one: which king was married to Eleanor Aquitaine? Henry I, Henry II, Richard I, or Henry V? Computer, if we can reveal the correct answer. There we go, Henry II. Now, for anyone that's still in, this would be the moment where I present you with a cheque for £250 and then dramatically pull it away, rip it up, and say, we don't want to give you that. Shut up, Chris. I don't want it. 14, let's have it. 14, £500,000 question for 3 points, more importantly, in tonight's virtual quiz, was which county cricket side is based at Wantage Road, Worcestershire, Gloucestershire, Northants, or Leicestershire? Let's have a look. Northants. I can just see Cal getting absolutely hammered by Luke Flanagan right now if he's not got that one correct. So go on, Beachy. I think you're in my ear. Okay. Okay, I can reveal a winner, folks. Before. Oh, let's do the million. He's not a winner. Okay. Sorry, he's not a winner. Okay, let's move on. 15. The £1 million question, folks. The £1 million question. There we go. Oberon is a satellite of which planet? Mercury, Neptune, Uranus, or Mars? For 3 points in tonight's quiz, let's have a look, Steve. There we go, Uranus. Lovely stuff. So there we go, folks. There's the quiz, all done and dusted. As per usual, well, first and foremost, thanks for playing along. We'll obviously do the marking at our end as per usual. But I just want to, I suppose, just take a moment just at the end now, just to thank, I suppose, Steve and Michael for their help in the back end. Appreciate that. We've suffered a few technical faults tonight, haven't we, lads? But we've stuck at it. We've stuck through, and we've got there. We're hearing in the back end. That we might have a £1 million winner. We're hearing that James Dadge may have won £1 million. I will send the Monopoly money to you, James, and I'll expect it to be written back to the club. So well done to James, who has potentially got £1 million. What's that, Stephen? Sorry. Okay, yeah, no, it's okay. So just before we finish, folks, I just did want to say on a serious note, I really appreciate the fact that everybody's still tuning in, still playing along. It's good. It looks like this thing might go on for some considerable time. The next extension is obviously 3 weeks, but it's probably likely to potentially go on for longer than that. So I think it's good. I think it's good that we get together on a Saturday, and to the extent that you continue to enjoy it, and that it's serving sort of an enjoyable purpose, we'll continue to put it together. Thank you again for the continued kindness and donations of many people who are tuning in. It is really heartwarming actually to see the sort of the support that's coming in for the cricket club. Again, we will continue to accept donations if you're in a position to do so, and details as per usual will be on the website, and your continued support is of course gratefully received. One of the things that we're being able to do is obviously keep our groundsman fully well on and well on with lots of jobs that he's doing around the club. I think that Phil's got him doing plenty of lackey jobs around the club, as well as the actual ground itself, which for anybody who hasn't seen it, if you go on to the club's Twitter page, you'll be able to see some pictures of the ground. It's an absolute travesty that no cricket was played on that today. Last but not least, thanks to everybody who sort of got their membership stuff in nice and early. I think we've had a pretty good take up on that side. Details still on the website for anybody who's slightly behind. But other than that, folks, that's us for tonight. Do just want to say, as we approach the peak of this thing, that I really hope that everybody at your end, your friends, your family at your end, continue to stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you all again this time next week. So without further ado, folks, we've got some credits coming up again now, which I think are the same as a couple of weeks ago, but as you can see, I think Stephen's been a little bit preoccupied with the graphics, to be fair, which is a fair point, Stephen, given the amount of work that must have gone into that. So good night, folks, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye.